Test lights are used on live circuits such as trailer and lighting circuits as a quick way to determine if you have current available at various points within the circuit. They're useful in checking for continuity. Self-power test lights should never be used on PCM or powertrain control modules and electronic control unit or ECM circuits, as the high current flow will damage those units. Never break the insulation on a wire when using a test light by probing through the insulation. Circuits should be back probed whenever possible. Digital multimeters combine volt, ohm, and ammeters into one diagnostic unit. Digital multimeters are high impedance and will not damage a PCM or ECM circuit. Never use analog meters on PCM or ECM circuits, as the high current flow can damage the electronic control units. Voltage drop tests measure the amount of voltage consumed as current passes through a resistance. The tests need to be done with current flowing through the circuit and are done with the meter in parallel to the circuit. To do a voltage drop test, refer to the wiring diagram to define the separate sections of the circuit. With current flowing through the circuit, set the meter to the appropriate volt scale within the range of the maximum readings you expect to find. Then measure each segment of the circuit by moving the leads to measure voltage across each switch, load, length of wire, and finally the ground. If the meter reading shows a negative voltage, then reverse the probe connections. The voltage drop across segments of wire will vary by the length of the wire, but should be minimal, as should the voltage drop across switches, relays, and connectors. The loads on a circuit will show the greatest voltage drop as current is consumed in overcoming the resistance of the load. There should be a voltage drop of near 0 volts at the ground, as all voltage will be dropped across the circuit components. The total of all voltage drops across each section of the circuit will equal the voltage supplied to the circuit. The total voltage drop for a complete circuit should not exceed 1 volt direct current. Voltage drops greater than 1 volt should be checked for high resistance or loose connectors. Unusually high voltage drops across switches, connectors, or grounds are an indicator of high resistance, so check to make sure the connectors and grounds are clean and making good contact. If the grounds and connectors are okay, check the component's resistance.